Alright, and you guys all wake up the next day, fully refreshed, level 9 now.
Da 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 da.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna go ahead and move all the buckets of cannonballs, and a little bit before daybreak, I'm gonna actually have gone down here, and in the wee hours of like mid-morning, well before the sun's actually, risen, I'm gonna start my morning fishing with some now very stinky intestines that I laid out the night before, hoping that I could catch something good this morning. So, in the pre-morning haze, I'm gonna start fishing.
Okay, roll a survival check. Yeah.
I
I love that you are playing Survivor Island.
No fish for you.
Okay. You catch one fish. And it's a small motherfucker, like 4 inches. But you know
I'm gonna
these
take
fishes
that small
are
fish,
tasty.
and I'm going to take that 4-inch fish, and I'm going to use it as live bait and go fishing again.
Yep. Go ahead and cast
Would you like
your line
another
again. Hell yeah, of course.
There we go.
And you know this 4-inch fish is tasty, but you're like, you know what? Since other fish know that it's tasty, you're going to cast your line one more time. And I do have a document. So if you want to use like fishing as one of your professions, we'll start keeping track of the experience that you get like the others. Is that cool?
Sure. I don't know how experience or professions work, but
It's
sure.
Cool. So you rolled a 19, right? And so I would say that so roll a d3. All right, no, actually,
Okay.
yeah. And you have a fishing rod, I believe, right?
I have a fishing rod, yes. And also, I believe I should at least start with like experience and stuff, because I've been doing this for quite a while.
Yeah.
Because I want both fishing and cooking to be my profession.
All right. We'll keep track of that soon. But for now, you reel in and you start to tug and tug and tug, and roll a strength check. You got to beat a 10 here. Okay. Yeah. And, as your fishing rod you're just going at it, you tug on the last part of it. This skate, it kind of looks like a stingray a little bit, but it's much smaller. Like flaps out of the ocean, and you reel it all the way in, and is now on the beach, and is like struggling. It's got that small fish in its mouth. And
I'm gonna instantly stab it through the brain with my dagger.
Okay, and damn,
Savage.
roll d4 too. And you do this one more time. You actually take the live after you stab it in the brain. You take the live fish out, throw it back into the water, and reel in another one of these.
Cool.
And so you have 2 drowned skates. What does the rest of you guys do?
Well,
Clearing spells.
Actually, Dayak woke up early. Did any of you guys wake up early?
I'm still going. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and restart my fire and start like cutting these things down. Skates. Do they have stingers or no?
The small ones.
Okay, I'm gonna keep those aside.
well, before they even wakes up, I wake up because I'm an elf
Alright.
and I trance.
And before he even woke up,
But
Tricks on you, I didn't even sleep.
God damn it.
I don't want to do much. Just she said she woke up early. I'm like, nah, I woke up early. But anyways, what I would have been spending the night on is summoning Georgie again, just tidying up even more. It's not really much I wanted to do. Just that, so that when everyone wakes up, everything is much more tidy.
And that is true. When everybody wakes up, the the main room at least is extremely well organized.
And Maddox just there, fiddling with his spellbook.
Hebrews wakes
See a
up.
little illusory image in front of him with like a stage.
Hold on. Oh, what? What are you doing?
And that just as he's sitting there with his spellbook, he also has a little illusion in front of him with like a stage with all sorts of props on it. Just kind of, as he draws new notes in his book, he kind of changes the illusion, kind of uses it to keep temporary notes and stuff
It's
in
pretty
an
cool.
image form.
That's really cool.
I am
Alright.
cool.
Who is next to wake up?
All right. Hebrews like wakes up over the desk. He's like,
You wake up to see Miss Chickalata just staring at you. Bast, roll another d20.
It's holding a knife.
Alright.
You blink and the knife is gone.
And Ebrius, you wake up, you see Miss Chickalata just kind of resting there on the table, and her eyes are open, and you hear, and you see a red and white egg just pop out of her butt and roll on the table.
no thanks. I don't want breakfast. So cold. Oh, my back. It's morning. Fuck. I'm gonna clear my float, leave the book here, and start heading out.
Okay. As you clear
Do I see like this like practice sword here?
I mean, it's just kind of, yeah, sure. It's like a wooden sword, fine.
If I can find like a couple of practice swords, I want to take them with me.
Okay. I'll allow it. They don't do damage. They're non-lethal as well, so.
Alright. So I walk over here.
Bast. Miss Chicolato flutters to your bed, and you are abruptly woken up. Bast! Bast! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
What is it?
She's like, Papa! Look! And you see a red and white ball just kind of laying on the table. I made another egg! For you, Bast.
I just pat her on the head, turn around, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna solve the puzzle later.
No. Fine. We talked about this, Bast.
Yeah, I ignore her, trying to get at least half my hour more sleep.
Alright, and there is the ball, the egg that she laid for you, Bast, right there on the table. Alright. What does the rest of you do?
I'm
I
trying to
will.
find a level 5 spell that doesn't cost fucking 10,000 gold.
Impossible.
I would like to do some morning exercise.
Are you trying to train something?
Just keep fit, you know.
Okay.
Just. Yeah.
In the house? Are you gonna make those walls
No,
sweat? Or
I'm gonna.
This girl's.
I'm gonna do, you know, like some extreme parkour and just, you know, run around in semicircles, you know, like.
Cool.
Gonna do, you know, like around the island way too many times, lift some stones, you know, keep limber, do some stretches. Since I'm a monk, I can just run up all those cliffs, so it's not gonna be a.
Right. You might have some troubles because the terrain is nothing as it seems.
You fall
So,
off the
you know,
cliff.
where there might be a rock, there might also not be a rock. You might misjudge
Oh,
that at some point.
Is there a
You need
DC
to
to
make-
your illusions?
There is DC to my illusions if you want to see through them.
Yes, I would like to see through them.
I would assume like
Oh,
after the first
no.
rock he trips over.
Yeah.
Oh, poor dude.
What is the DC? What do I roll?
An investigation.
Oh, 5.
That fails.
Alright. I'd like to find the Mad Wizard.
Alright, roll an
Fuck
acrobatics
me.
check first. With disadvantage. Okay, no problem. As soon as you feel like something that's not right, you just, flip over it. Or just stop. You have extreme discipline here. And you start looking for the wizard.
I am going to need you to dispel your illusions.
But why? It looks so great! Is there something wrong with it? Oh no, you must tell me. He closes
Yes.
the book.
I am
Alright.
unable to run. I am unable to do any level of exercise because of your
Well, we
illusion.
can't have that now, can we? Need to be fit and ready. But you probably shouldn't spend all of your energy. We have quite a day ahead of us.
It's just morning exercise. You should do
I
some as
know,
well.
I know. I shall set up an obstacle course for you. How about that?
Though there would be illusions, that would mean nothing.
Ah, but can you avoid the illusions? Or would they be illusions? Maybe they
Yes.
wouldn't. Maybe they would.
So I'm gonna need you to remove your illusions so I can get some training in.
I'll give you an area.
Sure, give me the top part of the island.
Right away. I am gonna need to step outside and see it first, though. But what about the rest of it? Does it look good? Convincing?
This is
No,
like
it's not
Anything
convincing.
like your
PvP.
homeland?
It's
Wait,
not
I
convincing.
actually didn't see it like before I have to go out.
It's not convincing. No, it looks unnatural.
Perfect!
My eyes begin to hurt when I see this. I mean, I can already assume it's an illusion, so I don't think I need to investigate. I think I already know this is an illusion.
Now, genuine boy, when you say it looks unnatural, do you mean unrealistic or realistic? Does it look like something that shouldn't be but is? Or does it simply look like something that is?
It looks like it shouldn't be,
But it is.
but it's not. It's an illusion
But
made
it's
by a wizard with too much time on his hand.
Well, you have time to train, and I have time to do my thing.
Yes, and it's pretty, but dangerous.
I know. That's what makes it so exciting! Snaps his finger. Top part of the island.
Great,
Entire area. Yeah, it goes back to normal.
great. I train on.
All right, so I'm going to assume that Ebrius has not made it all the way yet. Ebrius, could you be over about where Aurelia is, please? All right, so I have with me your breakfast, of course. So this morning we are having roasted skate. We have 3 different flavors. We have sort of a sweet rear portion, which is very tender, melt in your mouth. And then we have, with the larger fillets that have been cut into strips, a savory and a spicy option. We also have what I can best describe as tea and caffeinated hot chocolate. So it's sort of like a hot chocolate coffee mix. And we do have some seagull jerky as well, if any of you would be interested. So I'm just going to walk around, and I see you two first, so I walk up to you two, offer you some breakfast, and I have plates and everything that you guys can take. And then I'll notice Janwin over there, take him his, and then I'm going
Thank you very much.
assume I'm going to go to you two and be like, is the scary man in there?
I have no, I have no idea. But breakfast later. I show you like the training swords. First we train. Meet me down at the beach.
The sun's just now coming up, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Aurelia and say, I don't know where the other two are, so I'm gonna leave this with you. Just leave it by my hut whenever everyone's done eating. And I grab myself, and I've been eating as I've been cooking, so I've already had my fill. So I go down to the beach.
Great, more for me. I'm just kidding. She
Ebrus is
said
there.
two. Did she include
Ebrius.
Maddox in that?
Yes, I did.
Ebrus is like there, holding both swords, kind of like practicing some moves while waiting for you. But you do hear him like sneeze and cough a few times, and then mutter something in what you guess is infernal.
I'm going to. Are these going to be short swords?
Yes. I'm not sure. They're just like training short. So I'm guessing, yeah, short swords.
That's what you use, correct? You use short swords?
And a Kopesh, but yeah.
Okay. Well, I just want to know because then I can add it so that you can actually know how I'm doing. Because I would like to wow you, baffle you with my bullshit. This is gonna be great. Okay. Short swords are 1d6, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really care about the type of damage. There we go.
All right. As you come down, he looks at you and then tosses you one of the practice swords.
I'm gonna catch it and sort of face off against you.
He takes a deep breath, says, "Let's get down to business to defeat the Asmodeans."
Let's get down to business to defeat Amodius.
Did they send me weaklings when I asked for soldiers?
Did they send me girls?
But you can bet before we through the sea, I'll make a man out of you.
All right. So, what's the plan here?
All right. So first, just show me what you already know. And he gets into like a defensive stance.
I grab the sword, and it straight away looks like I know what I'm doing. Like, it's comfortable in my hand. I have a ready fighting stance, and I'm going to go at him with 2 quick strikes.
Oof.
He died.
God damn.
And I just I smack you with this thing. Like these things might not do damage, but I leave a welt.
Yeah, Ebrius. Side of the head, you're like seeing stars for a second. You're like, oh, Jesus.
So I hit him on the side of the head, just like, and then with a follow-up, I go and I aim for his knee. Like, I hit him down, so like, his right knee's on the sand now, smarting with a bruise, and his left knee's up, and he has like a welt forming on the side of his head. Because I hit him on the left side of the head, followed through down right into the right knee. I noticed that you're on your knees now. I back up. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
He's like looking down. Then slowly his head comes up, staring at you, and then he just does like a spinning motion. Then sand flies everywhere, and suddenly he's like to your right, and he's like going for a stab.
Standing in water.
Disadvantage.
Yes, he can stand and walk.
Yes. Are you going to try me?
I would like to imagine you could just see me in the background just running on water.
And he's like, noobs.
Yeah. Jesus got nothing on me.
Are
And
you
the desert
actually going to
Jesus.
try to hit me,
Mhm.
Ebrius?
He does a spin, sand
Yeah, you-
flies everywhere. He appears to your right or to your left, and he goes for a stab.
Just injured his pride there.
Alright, so it's normal attack.
What are you using?
16.
Short. Oh, okay. Oof.
So you just like you managed to just tap me.
What's your
So that's
AC?
it.
My
16?
AC is 13.
Okay, so he
Because
does
I'm
more
not
than
wearing
just
any
tap.
armor.
He does
well,
more
I'm
than
not wearing
tap
like
you.
any armor or anything. Yeah.
So
He hits me.
roll the damage on
Alright.
that. It's,
7.
Yep. Hits you on the shoulder.
All right. No. Then, as that spin ends, he goes another spin, goes behind her, and then, like, from the back of his side, he spins back and goes for another hit over, like, the back of her back.
The back of the back of the back of the back.
Back of the back of the back of the back of the back.
And you jab her in the back. Roll your damage.
Ow.
Are you guys calculating this damage, or I mean,
We
Okay.
can if you want to, yeah.
yeah.
And
So-
then he,
Yeah, but
when he
this
falls
is-
down, like when Ebers falls down, she just like finishes him off. Treat that save
Yeah.
failed.
All right. So make
As
sure
But
smooth
this
as
is-
a
this
sense
is
of
like
cards.
that it's
This is like practice damage. It comes back after a short
13.
rest, right?
Yeah, sure. 13 damage for you. 12 damage for
And
you.
12 for me. All right, and now it's my turn, so I'm instantly gonna, come at you again with another 2 swipes.
Oh no.
Do either of those hit?
There's a
I
nat
didn't see it.
1.
Oh no. 15. That just misses.
But
All
hold
right,
on.
so my
The
first.
Wait, hold on.
This is a practice.
But nat 1s are nat 1s, man. All right, that's what happens.
I remember a barbarian who got hit by that.
Yeah. So roll a DC 14 dex save. Oh, jeez.
That's gonna count.
What do you mean? It's the dice. It's not me.
It's Cal.
Yeah, it's
Nuts.
always Cal.
But yeah, you drop your
So-
weapon, and the
Yeah, I
weapon.
need to roll the damage. Of course.
Oh God. You can you can describe this.
So I don't even make my second swing. I make my first swing and instead accidentally smack it into my shin.
Oh, that's hurt. That's the thing where like it stops combat. You're like 1 second.
So yeah, I smack it into my shin and then sort of like stumble a little bit. And do I drop my weapon? Yeah, I drop my weapon too. So now my weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to pick up my weapon,
Ooh, impressive. All right,
and then I'm
Ibris.
gonna like face off against you again.
So show some fighting spirit there.
All right, Ibris takes like that little mishap as an opportunity, and he just goes from the spinning attacks to kind of like a fencer. He just goes like with quick jab jab.
Dude. You really got
13.
that bear. That
That's a
just
hit,
hits.
right?
That's the tap.
I'm 13 armor class. That means it doesn't hit, right?
That hits.
Or it just like lances off.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
more of a
when
glance.
I hit AC, it's a hit.
Yeah,
No?
it's still a hit.
Okay.
So it's
5.
but it's like a glancing hit at times, depending on the damage.
Roll your second attack.
All right.
All right, we're not gonna go. That misses.
That's a miss.
But
That does
we're,
not hit, yeah.
we're not gonna go do all of your HP, obviously. So whenever you guys.
It's annoyed that I embarrassed myself. I'm just gonna like keep on viciously like frontal attack.
Nah, he's taking this shit seriously. He's defending and fighting for his life.
Oof. Damn high
Take another
rolls.
13.
That's some high rolls, man. 17 out of 19. Oof. So the rest of the battle here, the training session, Ebrius, you realize right off the bat that Deok can definitely handle herself, and she is quick.
Oh yeah, Nando, as the
almost-
battle goes, like rages on, he gets more and more into it. He goes
Yeah.
from like this is practice to this is actually a fight.
This is sparring. Like you're not training her at this point. You guys are just sparring. And while you guys are sparring, I believe Bast, you're being woken up by Aurelia.
Yep.
I mean, I wasn't trying to wake her up. You said the chicken answered the door. I just
No,
knocked.
it's just okay. The
I
dog
mean, it's an intelligent chicken, so why not?
mean, the
I
knocking
thought that would
would
be
wake
really
someone up.
funny if the door opened and it was just the chicken standing there. Like, what?
Bad! We have guests!
I would not mind, but okay if you say there isn't.
No, I know.
Uh,
But Miss Chickalata
did I
is
w-
by the door.
Did I wake you up?
Doesn't matter. At one point, I should have gotten up anyway.
Ah, well, in that case, here is the breakfast. She hands over the plate that Dayok gave her and, like, takes some of the dried, dried fruit and nuts. She doesn't know if chicken can eat that.
Excuse me. It is a combination of 3 different flavors of fish, seagull jerky, tea, and chocolate coffee.
Seagull jerky.
So,
Damn it, seagull
Chickens
jerky.
eat
Fish.
everything she can eat.
Chickens are cannibals. They will eat
Yeah.
anything that you
Yeah.
put in front of them.
well,
So just
I'm
give it to me.
gonna-
It's good for them to have protein.
I'm gonna
They
give the
eat
chicken. I'm giving chicken some dried fruit
These
and nuts.
nuts. Alright. Miss Chickalata eats it.
Right, well, I will go about my business.
Yes, thanks for the breakfast.
No problem.
Ain't that the most awkward social interaction between these two who never talk to each other?
I mean,
I'm too tired.
And taking credit for my cooking.
hey,
Wow.
she's. Hey, she didn't say thanks for. He didn't say thanks for cooking. She just thanked for breakfast. So yeah, I brought it. I take credit for bringing it over here. You know, I walked all the way like around here. Do you see this distance? It's all like 50 feet. It's all dash action, and I didn't even jump off the cliff to get there.
But okay.
Anyways, I go and go over here, and I start another ritual to cast Commune.
Okay.
Whenever you want, I can cast. If you want to deal with anyone else first, sure.
No. We'll say yeah. Cast commune. Go ahead.
I cast it as ritual, so it'll take me 10 minutes, and I can ask, well, whatever it is, 3 questions that can be asked with yes or no. I have to ask the questions before the spell ends. I receive a correct answer for each question, and it doesn't have to, like, creature, God doesn't have to know the answer. Like, if it doesn't know, it's unclear. And in case one word answer would be misleading or contrary, the DM might offer a short phrase.
Okay.
And of course, I
just ask the questions. I can read the spell description. It's fine.
I know I'll give you a bit of the spell, so you know, like, what can and can be done.
Don't
So
worry about
I
it.
want to ask, like, the 3 females who claimed to be mermaids last night. First, do they truly intend to take us to Pirate Island?
Yes. Where they are.
Do they intend to harm the pirates?
Yes and no. The answer isn't quite as simple.
Do they intend to harm us?
That's a good question.
As of
You
now,
don't like questions.
no.
Alright. Thank you. And that is for me. Alright. Now what the fuck do I do? I'm
Right,
gonna
We'll finish
I'm
up
gonna
the. Okay.
ask Janvin telepathically. You're still looking for drinkable water? Or are you satisfied with the breakfast one?
I am satisfied with the water that I've been given. I have not found the large pool of water around us to be drinkable.
Well, I can conjure some. It's perfectly fine water. If you get the need for it. That
Good.
goes for everyone else. And she will open the general communication for everyone. So I used my new spell to commune with Sybaris to ask him 3 questions about our activities. And first, these mermaids do intend to take us to the pirate island. When I asked if they intend to harm the pirates, the answer is yes and no. It is more apparently complicated than yes or no. And if do they intend to harm us? Apparently, as of now, no. That is what I got as the answers. So I think we should be able to go to the island, but the seaweeds might, even though if it means yes or no, it must mean that it's not maybe deadly to them in a way, but that it could have some extra effects aside the ones they claim to have, They claim they will not be able to, piss and shit anymore, but, there might be other things. Who knows? I don't know, maybe they turn the pirates into dolphins as well.
Well, Lori girl, how about we ask the forensics team about that? Ibrius, Bast, what did you figure out?
As all of this was happening on the beach, it's just like Ibris taking a knee, holding his sword up, blocking Deox's, I guess, onslaught of hits, like fucking Darth Vader, kind of Luke Skywalker's hand. Kind of busy now.
So was I, but I still took the time to answer. Don't be rude.
I'm just over here taking advantage of his distraction to assume that he used his turn to
Roll
answer.
attack with advantage.
Yeah, no. At this point, he's using a defense action since he's talking.
But no.
Yep, and I'm gonna go ahead,
You just block.
attack again.
That's a distract. You literally just said you distract yourself. You're kind
Yeah,
of like,
he's distracted, so I take advantage of this to just, give him a couple more good wallops.
Oh wait, no, they're advantage. So roll another attack with advantage. All right.
Yeah, it's still the same.
So that's 12, right?
I was hoping for a crit.
That's 11.
Okay.
We're not keeping track anymore. It doesn't matter. Since we're not acting all this out. I'm just sitting here and I've just hit you 4 times in a row. You're starting to actually have some visible bruises because I'm getting really into this too.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You guys are both
And I don't
bruised
hold
and
back
battered
against-
at this point.
Yeah, he's
we
like-
both, I have
He's
a
like
bit
just
of a
there
bloody
block.
lip going on. You have a giant bulge on your head and a little thin
third
line
horn.
across your cheekbone.
Third horn. Yeah. He's talking on the earring. He's like, Maddox, not now. I'm busy. And then just, son of a bitch, Maddox, shut up. And then he fucking is gonna get out of this position by tackling Adoc.
You just hear some clapping from up top.
So he's gonna tackle me, and I'm instantly going to, try to when he comes at me, I try to flip back out of the way.
I guess suppose acrobatic checks.
Strike him in the leg! Strike him in the leg!
But you managed to grapple me. Rip. Well, like I said, I have the stats of a commoner. I'm useless.
Yeah. Well, with his free hand, he grabs your sword hand, and then he tries to, wait, you're actually very tall, if I remember correctly, right?
Oh yeah, I'm your height. I'm 1 inch shorter than you.
All right, never mind. Then he's gonna grab your hand with his free hand and then go in for another jabs in the ribs.
So I still have one hand free because you have one hand on my sword and your other hand you're trying to stab me with.
Mhm.
So I'm going to take my free hand and completely ignoring your jab at my ribs, I'm just going to go straight for the throat and like grab on, like trying to reverse and get me on top instead of you on top.
Finish.
All right. So first these two, 25 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
And a 12. Is that to hit?
That's to try to flip you over and like get me on top.
So I guess a post-strength check, right?
Mm-hmm.
9.
So you stab me in the side twice and are distracted doing that, so I just like flip you over. Now my hand's on your sword hand and I wrestle my hand free and I go for my stabs into your side.
Both hits.
So now I'm on top of you, like pinning you down with your sword hand pinned, stabbing you in the side.
Eberron just grunts. And then he'll try to pick you up, like stand up, and then like fall on his back while like tossing you over.
How... What's your strength?
12. Not that high.
Yeah, you're not going to be... I'm 180 pounds, dude.
Shit.
You're not going to be able to...
wait,
you're
hold
going to
on.
have to get me off before you can lift me up.
Roll a
Hold
strength.
that fish.
That's what a strength check is for. Did you roll it already?
No, he hasn't yet.
Then roll the strength
Oh
check.
yeah. There we go. 14.
Is that going to be able to lift me up? I'm on top of him, pinning one of his hands. He has one free open hand, and
Well,
I'm pinning him with
Sure.
180
You
pounds.
should
Oh, wait,
also roll a
you're- oh, like
strength
that.
check as well.
No,
This
then he's
would
gonna
be-
try to like get his foot like under you and like kick you off.
Regardless, these
I
are contested.
misunderstood.
These are
Suck
contested
my
tracks.
dick.
So, all right. Nope. You
And I'm gonna go
almost get
ahead-
her up, and then poof, she slams you back down.
And I stab you again.
Ebers is not doing okay now.
All right. And I,
Less chance before he fucking passes out.
do
He's
you guys
gonna go
want
for
combat?
a headbutt.
Is this what I'm saying? Wrap this up.
Then knock him unconscious and loot his body. You get the
Throw him in the ocean.
Are you
You
starting
get
to
too
look
nice,
woozy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, whoa, wait up, and like
He goes for a
just-
headbutt.
Roll. What do you want to roll for a headbutt? I'm gonna try to avoid him.
I think it's just a
acro-
normal unarmed
yeah,
attack.
Acrobatics versus his. Well, just do.
Haha.
Oh, he got it. He cracks it off.
So
Damn.
you managed to like, I'm bouncing back off of you while you do this, but you still managed to like hit my head on the way back, and I just back up, like hold up my sword and be like, whoa, you're not looking that great right now, dude.
He's like breathing heavily. He's probably like coughing a bit, but you see like a grin on his face, and then he goes for another couple of stabs.
All right.
I like to
And
knock my
we
spears
will-
together like chanting, just
Uh-huh.
enjoying the fight.
They hit, and I'm like, I'm pissed at this point because I tried to give you an out, so I'm gonna come at you again.
Miss and
I
miss.
don't. Like, I come at you again, but you're like back up and moving now, and
Yeah.
I'm not as experienced, so I miss you.
Now he does like the half spin, and spins like around you, and then from behind you goes for another couple of stabs.
All right. This is not going to be training montage again. And so, yeah. And with that, Janwin, you watch as these two continue to go
And
ahead.
with that, I believe Eberron is, pretty winded. I think that 14 damage would do it. Don't you say, Eberron?
There is no
Yeah, I
winner here. I'll let you
Yeah, I
decide
think he just
in the chat, or just say you guys are done.
Loot him. Loot him.
Bass,
he just falls to his knees at this point.
what do you do?
Well, at first I would look if he was left his bag there, and the letter that I mentioned few sessions back, put the letter in the bag, and then I would look at the egg. and try to solve the puzzle.
Okay. So you look at this egg and you realize that just like the other eggs, there's a puzzle here for you. And I will get you that puzzle right away. Alright, so is that what you do? Fast? While you're waiting?
Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
and this one's gonna be definitely much harder than the other ones.
It's just that fucking poor owl bear hasn't been out for like 10,000 sessions. Like,
There you go. So go to that website,
Yeah.
Bast, and go ahead and do the fourth one.
Didn't you say a lot harder?
Oh, okay, fine. Not the fourth one.
It's okay.
Then the fifth one. We'll start with that one. And what does the rest of you guys do? As Bast, you look at this red and white ball, you notice that there's like these symbols on it, and you have to twist this strange egg around to match these runes together for you to know that it unlocks the power. Maddock, Aurelia, what do you guys do?
Maddock is currently sitting here in the table, kind of debating with himself, and he has like two hands, kind of talking to himself, debating things that people don't know what is. Like he's holding up his two hands, mimicking speech, using minor illusion to make them speak. Just having conversation with himself. No one's there, so.
Okay. So you're just talking to yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Janwin?
I am enjoying the sparring because she's a much better swordsman than she told herself as.
That's very true.
Or
too.
Zebrus is much worse. Either way, one of them is good.
Or both of them are really bad.
just one is worse than the other.
Yeah, no. This is enjoyment, watching two people spar. Yeah.
Alright, and finally, let's figure out who wins this duel or whatever you guys are doing. We'll go back to Ebrius and Deok, and I'm going to throw death your way if you continue to just fuck around it
No,
all
we
session.
stop. You stop.
Excuse me, we're having a conversation now. I'm mocking. I've never used short sword before.
Okay. Do something,
Oh.
or else I'm going to make something happen.
Well, we're just gonna sit here and have our conversation. Weapon, me training with woods, don't you mind? And then once we're done with that, I'm gonna go where I have two nice ripening skate skulls with lots of fleshy meat and brain and everything on it, and I'm gonna start catching us, some spare food because I want to make some more fish jerky because I'm tired of seagull jerky. And right now, it's in that early morning hours when the fish are just starting to wake up. So now all the fish should be out, not just, the skates. And I should be able to get a nice big haul with my fresh, smelly skate brain because, fish love brain. Like, that is actually a really, really good bait to use because brain is very oily and it really, helps give off a lot of aroma, spreads that smell very far. And I just recently put all the meat from the spine into the water, so I should have a lot of, nibbling, and all the fish should be coming in because they're used to being fed there.
What does the rest of you guys do?
Yeah, Eberron just says, that was a good fight. But next time we spar, I'm not going to hold back. And then he's
You
going
were holding back?
Of course.
You just
I'm like a lot more peppy than you've ever seen me, like actually like smiling. My hair's gone a bit insane, but you can now tell why I keep it in the tight braids, and I just sort of give him a smile and like, we'll see how that works. And then I start heading off down the beach.
Alright.
Alright, he starts heading this way.
Ibris!
Okay.
That was a good fight.
She's much better than expected.
She seems so, yes.
She
Oh.
said she learned it all by herself in the woods using this stick. Kind of find that hard to believe.
That was very adept for a stick fighter, yes. So, if you feel like sparring some other day, I'll gladly take you up on it.
Hmm.
Probably not now.
Wow.
You're injured. That would be an easy win.
Yeah. He like spits a bit of blood.
Yeah, that's why. Like let's
Yeah,
be
next time.
Should we call the others for a meeting to when we should go?
First gonna go get dressed. Like you notice, he's like shirtless, just with like his pants and the practice swords.
You have the lovely just mass of like bruises that are starting to turn from like light blue to dark purple that are raising up across your chest and back and sides, and a couple scratches aren't deep enough to be dripping, but you have a little bit of blood seeping out of them. I was wearing all my full clothing, so I just have scratches on my arms and such, but I look very similar.
All right.
So, like I said, I'm gonna get dressed first, and then I'll meet you in the main building.
Bast, you, after 3 minutes and 328 moves,
Hey, just sliding those pieces around sometimes gets you to the solution.
That's how I always get to the solution.
you watch as
That maybe not the solution.
the runes begin to light up, and you see like the light begins to shine, and it seems to be almost there. It seems to almost want a silver medal instead of a bronze.
Oh, have to actually do something clever and shit. Have to try.
And the egg is not fully opened yet. There you go. The rest of you, is there anything you guys like to do?
Yeah.
How
but,
much bait do I get for my 2 fish brains and the meat on the head?
As much as you like.
Alright, so how many times am I allowed to fish?
Just roll one survival check.
Rude.
This isn't Survival Island. We're not trying to make a campaign
Do
about
realize that
surviving.
overfishing might become a problem, right?
I like fishing!
Yeah,
And
but
I
if
have
you
a ton of
overfish, you
people-
ain't gonna be able to fish anymore.
Roll d10, Dick.
maybe you pull out a mermaid. Those are tasty.
Okay, you get 8 fish.
It's Ruby. Oh my god, you got me.
Awesome, appreciate it. I'm gonna go back to typing out what I do with all these fish now.
Okay. What does the rest of you guys do?
Eberron walks in here, sees Bass, says, good morning. And he walks in like bruised up from head to toe, bleeding a bit.
Morning. You don't sound that good.
Yeah, well, it turns out falling asleep on a table out in the ocean isn't very, very healthy for you. Also, having a quarter orc teenager beat the hell out of you with a practice sword. Good exercise.
Yeah, I thought that was just practice.
Practice. Talking about.
And that was a plan, but she does not need training. She's already good enough. Too good, if you ask me.
So you underestimated her.
Big time. Bass, I don't think she's some random drifter. Her fighting skills, I took all I had to keep up with her.
By the way, Ebrius, you did level up your stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Bast, as Ebrius is talking to you, roll a concentration check. In this case, it would be d20 plus your intelligence modifier. So intelligence check. Oh, okay. So whatever puzzle you've been working on right now, you have to stop it and restart it once you're done, because Ebrius has interrupted you.
Oh no. Okay.
As he's like talking and putting on his clothes, he looks down and. Oh, I see Miss Chocolata told you about the egg. Making any progress?
I think so. It doesn't open as easy as the others before.
Have you tried just throwing it against the floor, seeing if it break open, so you can get goodies from the inside?
I'm definitely not gonna throw it on the floor.
It's a Kinder Surprise.
Those are illegal.
Violence doesn't solve everything.
I haven't gotten to a situation where it doesn't yet.
Well, we didn't have violence against the mermaids, of course, and we solved it, sort of.
Yet.
Why to hit me if we have a discussion or something and I'm gonna tell you that's not going to solve anything.
I'm never gonna try to hit you. Unless you try to kill me, but let's not go there.
See, but that's a situation where violence wouldn't solve anything.
He opens his mouth, then closes it, and then just smiles. Alright, I see your point. Throws up his backpack, puts on his back, says, Alright, I think Aurelia wants to talk with us in the main building.
Tell her I'm coming after I get that egg open.
Alright. Have fun.
3 sessions later.
Before he goes out, he like ruffles Miss Chigada's feathers a bit.
Oh, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gives her,
Roll
like,
initiative.
And so the war started.
Okay.
Oh my god, you're badly injured. You're gonna get your ass kicked by a chicken.
I just want
Holy
to pet a chicken. God damn.
Let there be a god.
Roll dex check, Ebrius, as your
If you get knocked
your
out
hand
by
out.
the chicken.
7.
Yeah, she dodges. You
What
reach
else?
out. You're not even looking at the chicken. You walk by, and your hand just like goes out to ruffle it while you're walking out. And you stick your hand out, and you realize it's empty air, and you're like ruffling nothing. And you look over, Miss Chickalata, literally is like a foot away from where you just saw her. You just saw her there. You look back, and she's like way closer to Bast. And she seems to be glaring at you.
Still don't like me, do ya? Oh well. Yeah, you too. He walks away.
You know, Chica, you could stop being that food.
Well, Bast. Again, I would like to reiterate that we are on a mission, and it has nothing to do with these people. The Fey Prince is waiting for you.
Yeah, but then he should be fine. Or he should at least understand that I'm staying with those people.
I don't think Cal really does understand.
He has very low intelligence score.
Yeah, just kinda go down to look into Miss Chico's eyes and be like, well, that's his problem, not mine.
I'm pretty sure. And she doesn't blink. It would be all our problems.
I don't care about those props right now. If he's not okay with that, then he should just try and get me away from them. I will take the ball again,
hurt.
the egg, and try. Should I make the puzzle? Should I try solve it again, or
Yes.
why did I close the page already?
And for those who don't know, Bast is solving a real puzzle online in order to unlock this ball. It's one of those sliding puzzles. What does the rest of you guys do?
Eber just walks up to Aurelia, says,
The hell? Where did they go? Where did they go? She's just gone from the map. Did she
she
go
swam away.
She swim.
She got
She's going to swim.
She got eaten by a fish. Karma.
Oh nice. There she is.
You killed my brother. Oh.
So Ebers walks up to Aurelia, says, Ebers Malora reporting for duty, ma'am.
Please, you don't need to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
He just like punches you in the shoulder like a little. He says, I know. Bass is going to be here soon. He's taking care of something. And he's going to walk in.
That's fine.
And you walk in on a very peculiar display as a man is doing hand puppets to himself. With both of his hands, one of the hands is making perfect mimicking noise because he's doing it with his minor illusion. One of the hands goes, Gilua. The other hand goes, Gilua. First hand goes, Gilua.
What the fuck?
The second hand goes, Gilua. And then out of nowhere, a spectral mage hand comes down. And he goes, Ahem, I believe it should be genial. Both of his actual hands stare at the spectral hand for a bit. Then they quickly switch their view simultaneously, looking at Matt straight in the eyes. Kinda shrugs his shoulders, doesn't know. Both his hand goes back, staring at the mage hand. Mage hand goes, Ahem, I believe the committee has spoken. Genial it is! For now. And disappears into nothing.
Ebers was just staring at him, like eating the fish and the dried things and the seagull jerky. And he's just, God, he's gonna
Maddock, you're weird. I like it.
Now, when Nina said Maddock was doing Maddock stuff, this is exactly the official representation that should be like of everything. We don't need to keep track of what he is doing. We just need to say Maddock is doing Maddock stuff, like
Maddock,
he
I
shoots a fireball.
Maddock, I will say, I'm not sure what you're doing, but it seems fun.
I was discussing arcane terminologies.
And the puppet show is the only way to get it, I see. Shake my
There's a
head.
myriad of way of doing it.
Shake my head with a smile, but you're weird, but in a good way.
What is weird?
You.
An acceptable answer, I suppose. Or is it?
What kind of questions are these that Matt has?
What questions? Are they questions?
Makes no sense.
Or are they
This
answers?
guy is like
Is
insane.
he supposed to make sense?
I
No.
don't know.
No one ever in D&D said your character needs to make sense.
They have to communicate.
And he does.
Yeah, I'm
It's
glad
like
I
one
know
big
those.
riddle. But anyways,
Yeah, I need
That's
to
gonna be
roll
the
a
last-
d.
That's gonna be the last puzzle. Bast has to understand Maddock.
well then
gonna
he'll
be
never
like-
get the last
has-
thing.
He's gonna have like this big puzzle, or just Maddox's mind, like, and has to solve it. It's a sliding puzzle.
The sliding puzzle is kind of hard. God
So-
damn.
Aurelia,
Yes.
What's the plan? Battle leader?
Well, I am waiting for Bast.
Duran all over again.
He actually means it. Duran didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bast is doing something, and I'm still thinking if we should invite this girl, Dayok, to come with us. I mean, there wouldn't be harm in her aiding us.
I saw her beat Ibris.
Oh, she did. Oh, did I miss that?
I think he cried for a second.
Oh, what a tragedy. I need a reenactment at some point.
You look at Ebrius and he just, like, this knot on his head sticks out a good inch. Like, it's pushing his hair so that it's sticking straight out of his head.
Ebrius, I am going to consult you about a reenactment at some point. Look forward to it.
But
Well,
since we did bring her up, I want to talk about our visitor. I don't think she's who she says she is.
well, which one of us is what they say they are?
That is true, but
maybe
Can
we
I-
are what we aren't saying we are.
can we use her in our favor, or is she here to stop us?
How
She
could
our
she
enemy?
be here to stop us? She was here first.
Yeah,
mean,
on that
I believe
Dark
that
Lantern
she
Island.
I believe she came over here to train, and even though Talat was surprised, he didn't seem to care that much. He just went away. Otherwise, I believe he would have just alarmed us and told us to take measurements against her or something like that. I don't think he would just not care.
If she came now, maybe there would be reason for worrying. But she was here first. What kind of mental chest are you assuming that they just placed a half-orc on every island known to man?
That's a good point.
I mean,
Alright, if we don't think she's an enemy, I think she'd be a valuable asset. Maybe we can induct her into the lanterns.
Seems like a good fighter.
yeah,
Very
but
good.
I also want to see if she is interested in that. We are still strangers, and she does seem to have ideals of her own. Like, this job of ours mostly comes from us having certain ideals, and if it contradicts with hers, well, she could always be a helper on the side that we paid to help us out.
Well, I say the more the merrier.
I second it. We were looking for members. She could be a member.
So, according to the answers
Besides,
I
I still
got,
haven't gotten a rating out of her from my flower field.
It's gonna be low.
Oh dear, why do you think so? You gave it a higher rating.
I've never seen them. They're pretty. I don't think she likes you.
Interesting, but you shouldn't let her personal opinion of me interfere with the work of art.
You have a charm, you know, like moldy cheese. Some people like you, and I assume a lot of people don't.
Moldy cheese. Well, I'm certainly older than it. But I digress.
so apparently those mermaids do not intend to harm us right away or something. They do intend to harm the pirates in a sense, but my ways of obtaining answers is rather limited. I also used the spell that gives me like it's more like a puzzling answer, which I didn't understand. This is why I used the new spell. But apparently, well, it seems they do want to harm the pirates in some way, and for now they don't want to harm us. But that is for now. Just doesn't know when that for now will expire. Maybe if we decline their offer to begin with, then they would try to harm us back then. But maybe as long as we end up being useful to them, they will remain in our... Well, they will remain non-hostile. That
Are
is just a
mermaids
theory.
known to be aggressive or, friendly?
I don't really know.
Well, I mean, they came to talk.
Or did they? Or was that an unexpected surprise that they got? Perhaps they thought we would attack them on sight.
Maddox, you talked to the redhead one, Ruby. Did you get anything out of her?
Well, I didn't make her spill her guts, if that's what you're asking.
Whether she'd tell you anything? She seemed very interested in you.
Well, I'm a very interesting person. Oh, and how about the role? The Shy Guy. Did you like it?
Yeah, that was my next question. Why go for the Shy Guy?
Well, that's what Aurelia introduced me as.
Yeah, I said he was very
It seems
shy.
suspicious if I came out all open and such. So I took the role. But I need a bit of backstory too. Shy wizard, stranded on this island with these strangers. Improper attire and everything. How did I end up in this situation?
You
I'm shy
lost
and
the
timid,
bit
so
to
I
sea
wouldn't
turtle.
attack alone by myself.
Maybe it could be something as simple as money. That seems like a viable answer.
Money is good.
And you are a wizard who strives to get probably good spells and techniques, and I
Oh
know
yes,
that.
I'm always striving to improve my art.
And normally, gold does help in that fashion.
Certainly very expensive things. I actually have a spell that I have never been able to cast. It's very exciting. But the material components for it are outrageously expensive. I never really should have learned it, but I was just so intrigued.
Yeah, I have a very good spell that should protect our entire island, but it costs me 1,000 gold just to get materials. Though it lasts
Oh, a
forever.
measly price compared to mine. Try 5 times.
Oof.
What kind of spell is that?
It's a secret.
I'm not sure if I like it or hate it.
No, quite literally, it's a secret. Secret is in the name.
He just stares at you.
There's more to the name, but I like just calling it a secret. Makes it sound more mysterious.
I guess I shouldn't expect any more from a magician.
Right, never reveal all your tricks.
Well, I believe if I can anyhow collect 1,000 gold, I should cast this protective spell. It could protect the entire island in case... Well, let's just say all those things that Talit mentioned that could attack us, it would pretty much prevent lots of different beings from even getting over here. They would not be able to reach us to begin with.
I think that should be one of our priorities.
Of course, it can be dispelled. It lasts infinitely until it is dispelled. So if there are any fiends of Valusa who want to go here and figure out what it is, you could simply dispel it, of course. But until then, any other unnecessary monstrosities that could attack us, they would be repelled by it, such as undead and fiends. But I do have to do more research on fiends for obvious reasons.
So do I. We can do it together.
Certainly. And Albast is still not here, but anyways,
He'll be here soon. Then we're gonna disclose what we learned about the
Or not.
seaweed.
Well,
Ibris doesn't know that. Ibris is just like Bass was like, "Oh, I'll be there soon." And Ibris like, "Cool."
It's okay. Like, I'm going to take his opinions when he comes over here.
Quick question, Cal. How long is it going to take to repair my door, and do I need any special materials to do it?
You have tools over here.
Yeah. You have to go to the main room to get the tools.
All right, then I'm going to interrupt y'all real fast. I'm going to, since I've been on this island and have explored it just not very much, I'm going to come, just sort of like knock on the door, then come in. Sorry to disturb you guys.
That's quite fine. We weren't doing anything important. Not at all. I'm not bothered by it at all.
I just needed to grab some tools.
None of us are bothered. Janwin's not bothered. Ibris is not bothered. Aurelia's not bothered. You're the only one that's
I rummage
bothered.
around in here and grab like a hammer, some pliers, some of the nails and spare pieces of wood, and a couple of like the flatter pieces of metal that I can find. And then I walk over to Ebrius and hand him two very nice looking, very plush, not at all pokey, very smooth pillows. And I'm like, I'm really sorry about earlier. I didn't mean to, hurt your head that bad. And I hand him the pillows, and then I sort of just like turn around and very quickly walk out because I don't want to be around fucktard any longer than I have to be. And then I go back to my door and start repairing it.
Language, lady. Come on.
I'll just inspect the pillows.
Call them fucktard.
I didn't call him that, I just thought that.
It's 4 dead rats in a pillowcase. No.
It is. Did you not read my entire like 5
I know.
paragraphs? No, it is very nicely cleaned, dried. I trimmed off the sharp ends and put them into my finest silky fabric with my nicest thread as a thank you for
Where
sparring
do you
with me
get
and
the
sorry.
silk from?
It's not silk. It's
Why are you
silky.
hoarding silk?
It's not actual silk. It's just smooth fabric that I've, picked up because I'm a bit of a hoarder. And I had like a bunch of blankets and stuff because I always, grab blankets to be prepared. And a lot of stuff washes up on the beaches here. Like it's mostly just driftwood and stuff, but occasionally like, random fabric and thread and stuff. Like some really worn down pieces of fabric wash up a lot. That's where I get all my
Random
thread
fabric,
from.
But
It's
you make it
just
sound like luxury fabric. Like,
well, this is a lot nicer than normal. This is like the highest quality fabric I had in my arsenal.
It's by your character standards. Never mind.
So
Maybe this is
yes,
just-
you have 2 foot by 1 foot and about 6-inch thick.
Say again, you cut out?
You have 2 foot by 1 foot and about 6-inch thick.
And just
And how do they look like?
thick piece something.
They look very much like just normal household pillows, but the fabric is gray, and it varies a little bit in shade, but it looks clean and it's relatively smooth. It doesn't have any tears or anything, and it's 2 solid pieces of fabric that have been sewn together at the edge. The edges on like 3 of the sides are all facing inward, so it's just a smooth edge. And then on the last side, it's smooth edge on 2 corners, and then like one area that pokes out a little bit from where I closed up the pillow. And you can tell that it's very fluffy. It's like a nice feather pillow, but it's relatively well packed. So a lot of seagulls went into these.
Alright.
Generations of
Just-
fucking seagulls have died to make this pillow.
Ibris is just looking at
I
the
mean-
pillows.
Yeah.
She's the reason the ocean is red around your place.
Yeah, Ibris is just looking at the pillows, and he says, "Well, yeah, that's nice of her." And he goes to put it in his backpack.
At this time,
Okay.
Maddock, roll a perception check.
Alrighty.
Or an Arcana check.
I wish you had said a connoisseur.
Alright, well, no. Roll your Arcana check with disadvantage now. You barely feel this, but your Maddock senses start to tingle just slightly. And you felt this maybe before. You might have trained to feel this. But you have that slight chill in the back of your neck. You know, somebody was successful in scrying you. But it's deeper.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And I say that out loud.
What is exciting?
The ghosts. They're watching us.
I look around.
Ghosts.
Yes, didn't you feel it? That chill down your spine? Ooh, gives me the shivers.
Do I see any ghosts?
No.
Okay. Where?
Do I see any invisible spiritual creatures?
He said they're there. Why would he lie about
as
such
they
a
are ghosts?
Can I,
How
like,
do you-
since I'm the Order of the Ghost Slayer, can I, like, look around, see if I can sense any ghosts? Like,
Why would he lie
change
about things that
temperature?
are the thing?
No ghosts. Or wait, actually, yeah, roll perception check, sure. Go ahead, Ebrius. For some ghosts. Y'all want some
Alright.
ghosts?
13.
Yeah, no ghosts.
Ghost?
I didn't see anything.
Me neither.
Of course not. I said they gave me cold shivers.
Ah, alright. I see.
All you need to know is that someone or something from the other side may have taken an eye to me.
Are you just lying for attention at this point?
Hopefully our dear mermaids aren't spying on us or anything.
Genuine boy. I needn't lie to get attention.
I know, which is why are you talking about ghosts if they're not a thing?
But ghosts are a thing.
But
Yes,
here,
ghosts are a thing.
Or are they spirits?
Ghosts,
Okay.
spirits, phantoms, whatever you want.
Revenants!
Are we human?
or are we dancers?
Spirits?
Dancers.
Alright, question. As I put the pillows into my backpack, do I notice the letter or do I have to roll like a perception check?
Are they still sleeping? Or there's some of the seagulls are still alive as you put the pillow in
Wait,
there.
they are?
No. But
Jesus
there are.
Christ.
It's like just paralyzed from the neck down.
Just two live bear in a bed.
But no, Ebrius, yeah, sure, you have the letter. Would you like to read it?
I mean, I first, like, I don't recognize it, so I pull it out and take a look. Like, the hell is this? Like, how does the like front of the letter look like? Is it signed? Any symbols?
I don't know.
Nope, it's just plain God damn it.
Paper?
If you know two
Parchment?
languages. Mm,
Parchment?
Parchment?
no, the part where you
Monkey
put the
of
letter in.
orphans.
Plain
Envelope?
envelope.
Yeah. I could say it in German, but it's just
Envelopen!
Ja!
How do you say envelope in German?
Briefumschlag.
What?
Briefenschlag.
What was that?
Briefumschlag.
Briefumschlag? Anyways,
Alright, so I take a look at it. I don't recognize it, so I look a little confused. I slowly open it.
there's a bomb.
That just blew my mind right there.
Last time it blew your arm.
Alright, so I open the envelope, and what do I see inside?
A whole
see-
letter.
Parchment with Infernal written on it. 2 pages of parchment written it's there's words written on the front and the back. So 4 pages at all.
I'm gonna start reading from the top.
Was there an actual letter or? Is this...
It's an actual letter, yeah.
All right, Ebrius, you want to read it? No one else actually hears this, but just read it out loud.
Maybe he
I
doesn't
don't
want.
have.
Good luck deciphering that.
All right.
Is he summoning a devil?
That's very rude. I speak that language.
I actually speak
You're
that language.
butchering that fucking infernal there, buddy. That's very racist of you.
Spirits. I target him and I shoot him.
Yeah, Steph, right? 8 times.
I thought it sounded wonderful.
No, he does not read this out loud, but he does read it.
I feel your inner voice.
No.
I actually also noticed I could have written that down in normal English, but I wrote that down completely in Infernal.
Nah, this is way better than English.
English dubs suck. Let's have infernal dubs.
I'm going to kill all of you.
All
You know that,
right,
right?
so what does it letter say? I mean, now you're gonna have to basically read it.
List of
That
groceries.
will take some time. God, where do I have the?
Oh, then let's drop the letter, because if it's gonna take the next half an hour...
I dropped the letter.
All right,
in the
let's-
chat.
Yeah, but it's not
Alright.
written in readable things, so it doesn't really matter if you linked it.
Okay, let's
Might
see.
as well.
Ibris, for now, Ibris just like opens it, sees a letter inside. It's infernal. Does he recognize like Bass handwriting or something like that?
Roll investigation check.
That's all.
Like I'm not sure if I ever saw Bass handwriting, so would I know?
Exactly.
Investigation, right?
Yep.
26.
All right, there you go. You know it smells like bast. Oh
Alright,
shit!
give it a
that's good
sniff.
one.
That's Bass.
Oh, oh, fuck!
That sounds wrong.
Ah,
There's
that
so many
musk,
levels.
that wood elf musk. All right, go ahead.
Ibris
Take the card.
like sees, recognizes it's Bass, so he kind of gets nervous, but
I'm
regains
going
his
to delete
composure.
this card.
No, I already took it.
Oh, whose
I'm
card
not sure
is
why it's
this?
still there.
It's almost like somebody else is pulling.
It's not my card. I haven't...
Marak. You hear a
Yes.
voice in your head.
Hmm.
Hey, there you are. You thought you can run and still owe us money? I think not, Larry. We're coming for you.
Is that Shrek?
We're coming for you soon. You're dead. And the voice cuts off. None of you guys hear this.
Is this a sort of message you can reply to? Or?
Sure.
My, you know I'm still working up the funds. Come on.
You're way overdue.
Hasn't been that long, has it?
It's been hundreds of years.
Fucking hell.
It's a bit below a century, 2 centuries. I think you're exaggerating a little bit.
Whatever. We're coming. And you better have my money. Or you're dead. And the communication cuts off.
Yes, materials for my animate undead spell are coming to this island.
So guys, When are we going to the bot pirates?
Seeing that, I guess, in response to the magic kind of wins a bit.
White cow, how long does it take to fix my door?
Roll a construction check.
Can I break it again after
It's
she
just a strength
fixes it,
check.
so she can? She has to do it again.
If you have carpenter tools, this can go a little bit better. Like proficiency in carpentry.
I don't have proficiency in them, but I just picked up a bunch of carpentry tools from the chest, so...
You have to be proficient. Alright, so 15. It would probably take you the next like 2 to 3 hours to fix the door. As
All
Aurelia just blasted the shit out of it.
I mean, I just broke it with
Yeah,
my bare
broke it.
hands.
Blasted it with your
No,
hands.
Yeah, I don't want to comment on that.
Yeah. No, you will very soon. Because I don't. What are you guys doing?
Yes, so guys, are we going to the island to poison these pirates, or whatever it is?
Yes, I think it's a brilliant move.
Because
I
I
mean-
can't take more demon letters and door fixing.
You haven't seen the demon letter.
I mean, I don't know what that's gonna do to them. I don't want to just kill hundreds of people who are going to drink poison and die. I mean, these mermaids said that they're not violent, they're just assholes. I mean, not even assholes deserve, like, intense pain all the time or whatever that seaweed does.
Alright, Origo, I need to stop you right here. You're saying assholes like a degenerative term, right? But I think they might take pride in it. You should search for a different word.
Idiots? Morons? Degenerates? Fucktards?
Something along those lines. I just think they take pride in their buttocks.
Eberron, you did some alchemy. What did you find?
What did I find out, Cal?
You didn't really find out much.
I didn't find out much. We're gonna have to wait for Bast.
Well,
Yeah,
since we're
those-
just waiting, I gotta ask, Ebrius, those gems that you got, would you mind if I took my share right away?
Do we know if they're real to begin with? Or they are just...
I'm not sure if they're real. And yes, I wouldn't mind. In case we decide not to do this job, I want to give them all back to them. Not piss anybody off.
Ah, come on, I've been a good boy.
So, are we actually doing this? Are we gonna go poison some pirates?
Well, I mean, when we arrive there, you know that circumstances might change. The idea is to solve the problem so far, and we don't exactly know what this does. Perhaps I should use some other spells, which would take a lot more time to get to determine what that does.
Well, we can only do it today or tomorrow at most, right, Urgency?
I mean, we could take one pirate and force him to drink it or eat it to see what the effects are, and if they are really poison, I can
Love
just
it,
cure him.
brilliant. Need a test subject.
I mean, I can just cure him if it's something deadly.
Perfect, let's do that then. Call the mermaids.
Isn't curing deadly resurrection?
What?
If he dies?
I mean, I assume he won't die instantly. What kind of poison would it be to just kill him in a few seconds? You cannot go
Poison?
that quickly.
An effective one?
I
If you give me
cannot-
some more time, I can try to distill the algae, see if I can see what it's made out of.
No, definitely.
But we don't have the time.
We don't have the time.
I mean, they did say at the most until tomorrow or tomorrow. So I am going to contact her whenever everyone is ready. So take all the time you need. If all of you are ready, I'm just going to contact them whenever everyone is ready.
Ready and rearing to go. Gotta say, I'm actually kind of
also,
excited to be working with dolphins.
One more thing. They didn't know about genuine, so there were just 4 or 5 dolphins. I mean, Bast can just turn into an animal and sit on somebody's shoulder, which isn't a problem. Or fly, I don't know. But, we never mentioned genuine. I didn't mention Talit. They didn't really ask, so maybe they'll think you are Talit. When I said.
I mean, yes, I made that comment to you that you should maybe mention me, and you brushed it off. So.
I mean, I didn't want to in case it was going to get ugly, so I wanted to make sure you stay hidden. They don't know you are there. But for this purpose, I did say that an ally of ours might come as well. And they said they're just gonna make 5 dolphins, and I'm not sure. And, well, you are here now, so it doesn't really matter.
The chat is saying you should eat it. Somebody should eat it.
Give it to the chicken.
Let's feed it to the chicken.
Anyway.
Chicken
Bast,
eats anything.
conjure some animals, Bast, and try it out.
Oh my god, he's gonna do that. Don't even challenge him.
I have bag of tricks, but I don't do that.
I'm not gonna use my spell slots in the early morning.
That's gonna be a problem if we get ambushed during the morning. I made an oath.
Alright, when everyone is ready, I'm going to contact them.
But we're not ready. Bast is still fiddling with his toy, and Hebrews wants alchemy.
I did say when everyone is ready, and you guys are gonna tell me when you are ready. Well, I'm sure we're gonna figure out more when we come there. It's an entire island, so we should probably seek to hide somewhere over there. Since they're pirates, could pose a problem anyways, but I don't know. We do need to go to one of the islands. We did plan anyway, so better than nothing.
Right, and this is practically a free ride.
Yeah, this does. As long as I know that they do not immediately mean to harm us or anything, they probably just want to do whatever they want with these pirates. I doubt it's gonna be anything good. But yeah. We are probably just tools being used in this. While we are useful, they're not gonna do anything. But we need to be careful anyways. I am not very quick to trust any new people I meet. No offense, of course, to any of you.
Oh, my heart is broken, Origo.
So you say you trust me immediately?
Oh, please, I've only known you for, what, 3 days?
Yeah, I don't think that's a lot of time for you to put trust into somebody.
Not at all. Maybe in a decade or 2.
Yeah, probably. All of you can make your preparations. I will see what else I can do before we start.
Prepared.
That is good. Ebers, if you require any aid in handling that alchemical thing, I'm going to help you out with that.
Alright, you can come to my and Bass' house. We have a makeshift alchemy set up there. We need to get some supplies.
Yeah.
Your team should really get like a trained alchemist.
Alright, start heading out.
Alright, wanna fast forward some time here, guys? What's happening?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, what's happening is if he does any of those checks, I'm gonna try and be there and help him out.
Yeah, like I said,
Right.
come with me. We're gonna do it with Bast, since Bast also knows about alchemy and stuff.
I mean, I have no clue about alchemy, but considering that I travel a lot, I might know something about plants. If I roll survival, if I roll nature, I won't know shit. But or medicine, medicine could work. I mean, yeah, if I do any of that.
So, what are you guys doing?
Trying
Still
to identify.
finishing the puzzle, I guess.
I finish fixing my door, and then I go over here to where I've been carefully for so long smoking this amazing smoked fish. Like, it
Okay.
has sprigs of herbs intermixed between it. It's strung up about 4 feet over this fire that I've had burning since morning. It's all coals now, like, that perfect... Coals give you the best smoke, of course. You don't want to use full fire because then you have spots of smoke but not even smoke, and it's too hot then. You want it to be like a medium heat with even smoke. So that's why I kept the fire burning all morning while we were sparring. And so now I have this delicious, perfectly smoked fish that as soon as my door's done, the fish is pretty much done at the same time. So I had it strung up, so I pull it down and I pull it all off, and I just have now 5 fish worth of the smoothest, most delicious, subtly smoked fish. Also, can you make it so that I don't have to have my character stuck to the grid?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. That's all I'm really doing.
This is why I don't do sandbox games. You
Well,
motherfuckers.
gentlemen.
As we get back to Ebers and Bast's house, Ebers is like, wait, hold on, Aurelia. I'm gonna open the door and see if Bast is still working on the puzzle.
He is. Or no.
Close.
Seems like he might have finished by now.
We finished with the puzzle.
Concentration's a check.
Yes.
You do not sound too pleased. What's up?
It took way too long. If I have to do that every time, I guess I was just gonna throw the sex out at one point.
Won't that piss off a certain feathery friend we have here?
I guess.
You know I can hear you, right, Pest?
Just cut me some slack. That took way too long.
If chicken bothers, ask Aurelia to summon a lion. It's gonna eat chicken.
I can summon a lion too.
Ambassador is here to help with trying to figure out what the seaweed is. And by that I mean divine intervention, right, Aurelia?
Hopefully not.
Alright, so let's try to boil this down, see if we can see what elements it's made out of, see if it has any...
Can I take
effect
a
on
look,
us.
Cal? Can I take a look with a medicine check or something? Would you allow that? Since it has some form of properties that can be poisonous and shit, probably. I don't know.
You wouldn't... I think... Ebrius, did you already say there was like anti-laxative properties inside the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, Aurelia, you probably wouldn't be able to discern more than that with just a straight medicine check. But you can roll it if you'd like. You might figure out some other type of info that could help.
Alright, I'm gonna waste a spell slot again for enhanced ability because I don't like having items that I don't know what they do. So I'm gonna enhance the wisdom and make an advantage check because I love advantage.
Alright.
And
Oh,
it's a
Cal.
natural 20.
Boom! Nat 20. Okay. It's magical in nature. You know that for a fact. Like, this is not an herb that you just pick off in the island anywhere nilly-willy. This is something that probably takes many years to grow, just from your knowledge of medicinal plants. Like healing herbs, they don't grow at the same rate as regular flowers. They grow much slower.
Quick question, Cal. When I was searching the trees earlier, did I find any more eggs?
Yes. You found as many eggs as you would like.
Love you, Cal.
So that's all I learned, right? I don't get it.
Yeah. This isn't a normal herb.
Alright, so what did you say I learned again? So it's like it takes a long time to cultivate or something, right?
That's just from your knowledge of like magical herbs and plants. They generally take much more time to grow. And this is one of
Alright.
those.
Well, all I know about this, it might have some magical properties. It takes a lot. It's not just some form of. Basically, what the mermaid said is not exactly. It's not as simple as that. It's not just a mere plant that causes changes in your stomach and stuff like that. It has some magic in it. It takes quite a while to cultivate it. It's not like normal plants. But beyond that, I don't know myself what exactly it is. Best I can do is try and help you out, figure it out. By myself, I don't know.
Alright, so let's get on to it.
Roll me some checks, whoever's participating.
What do I need to roll? To help them out, of course. They are doing the main.
It depends. What are you guys doing with the seaweed?
Like I said, I don't know much about alchemy, but try to like distill it, boil it down to its elements, see what it's made out of, see if it's anything that can harm us. Maybe test it out like on a few rats or something. I don't know if we have any rats. Flying rats.
That's one pillow, man. It was like 4 rats in it.
There's a chicken.
So, okay,
Those
yeah.
you did, that's
Roll your alchemist check. Bast, are you helping?
Yeah, even though the first thought that just came to my mind was like, we would just know what it does if we try it.
I'm also trying to help out. I don't know if it can be another medicine check, because like maybe if he boils it down, I might, judging by some properties, learn about something that's about the plant. I don't know.
Alright, so roll one more medicine check. With advantage, I guess.
26.
And Bast and Ebrius, both of you get advantage on your alchemist supplies. Alright,
10.
Ebrius, you
I
burn
don't
it.
have alchemy supplies.
You don't have alchemist supplies? Then you can just make a nature check, Bast with advantage. Ebrius, you burn it, you wet it, you steam it, you do all these things, like physical reactions and chemical reactions to the seaweed, and you can't really, I mean, it's a type of seaweed, Ebrius, and when it's dried, you can burn it, and it burns. When you add water to it, it kind of soaks that water up and looks like more normal seaweed type of thing. But then, as you do add water to it, Ebrius, you notice one thing. Boil it. It begins to faintly glow, like a silverish speckle.
Now that's curious.
I have an idea. Why don't we try with the rings? I mean, maybe a ring has some data on it, if it's a magical plant.
Alright. I mean, add to this It starts shimmering silver after it has been boiled.
Does that give me any clues? I mean, I deal with plants and shit as well.
Alright, so as it's starting to shimmer, you look at it, Aurelia, and it just reinforces that magical property. These are not as plain and simple as you were meant to believe. If they do have anti-laxative properties, they do more than that. Maybe. But that also kind of coincides with having the farts come out as bubbles. You know, like this type of magic, it wouldn't be simple. That's like really high level shit anyways to begin with. So it kind of, everything is leading to like maybe, you know, it is right. Bast. It looks edible. You can eat it.
Shit. Don't eat it.
It's not poisonous, as in like, you don't find anything that would like determine that like if you eat it you die right away.
Eat it.
And I'm gonna say you guys do that for the rest of the day.
I mean, I would like to use my ring if it's a magical plant.
Roll
It must
Arcana
be able.
check.
And you know what I do before Arcana check? I use enhance ability on my.
That's another spell slot, right? You're keeping account
Yeah,
of
I
other
know.
spell slots? Okay.
Yeah, I use 2 of level 2 spell slots and
Right.
ritually commune. So natural 20, bro.
Okay. You concentrate on the ring. And for the first time, you're
Oh my
quite
God,
surprised
This is the best card.
because you concentrate on this burning dark flame that's just a part of you now. And as you close your eyes, the amount of knowledge, the archives of everything you guys have had access to in the past do not float by you. It's merely pages. And, I mean, still a lot of information, but it's not like this huge database anymore. It's more just like a folder of that database, and it flies past you. All these pages do, and you realize for the first time you don't find anything on it.
Well, I got a
But-
cool card at the very least.
With that Arcana check, I will tell you that you realize that all the knowledge that you have is between you and your party and Talon, as you
Alright.
are no longer connected to that huge hive mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. I assumed it would be like that. The hive mind is pretty big. It's a supercomputer, basically. Okay, I mean, I'm out of options at this point, but I got a cool card, so it's not all wasted.
I knock on the door.
I opened the door.
I know that you guys have been down here a while. I was wondering if you would like some food. I have a plate of steaming smoked fish, perfectly over easy eggs, toast, and crackers with either tea or water.
I don't see your token anymore. Oh, you're at the other door. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She succeeded on a stealth check against you.
So yeah.
Well, I wouldn't mind.
So I drop off 3 plates of food and some crackers for the chicken, and then I'm gonna go up here, knock on this door, see if these 2 are paying any attention.
Yes.
Come in.
I was wondering if you wanted any food.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
I
They
sort of
are-
just set down the thing, and run out the door. And back into my house, where I lock the door behind me. And I got a lovely piece of driftwood this morning, so I'm gonna first sit in my canoe and finish my driftwood carving of a ferocious werewolf. And then I'm going to start one of Ebrius.
What did the two other people do besides Maddock and because that Bast, Aurelia, and Ebrius, they're done for the day. She's going to work on her carvings. She's done for the day, and it leaves the two of you, and it's going to start turning nighttime.
Jeez, already?
Hell yeah, man! What, you want to just roleplay, just fucking around all day?
No, I wanted to go to the pirates.
They're
I know,
not.
we're never leaving. You're never leaving because
I'm
there's
just
always
waiting.
It
more
was still
questions.
morning.
Okay, I'm going to discuss with Bast if he is willing
No,
to
wait,
go with us as
give me a
well.
second. I'm just gonna do something for like 1 bit. I'm gonna spend the day. I'm gonna fucking start making some spears. You know, if there's wood around, I'm gonna make some backup spears.
Yeah, there's
That's what I do.
There's some wood around.
You noticed previously that against the south wall of the house that you're in, when you were previously like walking around, there is a lot of driftwood, and it's sort of organized. This is longer sticks, this is medium sticks, this is short sticks, and the rest of this is nice thick chunks of driftwood that you assume I've been using to feed my fire.
I make some spears. Like,
Go.
Right, but
make
before
some
you go,
spears.
Janwin boy, I have a question for you.
yes.
A hypothetical scenario. But what would you do in this hypothetical scenario? Say that a large organization of very angry dwarves had some beef with you. You may have owed them some money, a favor, something of the like. And say that you didn't repay them that favor or money only for a long period of time, say a little over a century or so. And let's say that there was interest on that and that it built up over time through the decades. And let's say that now they found you and they really, really wanted that favor or money back with interest. What would you do in this completely hypothetical scenario?
I would climb a tree. Everybody knows dwarves can't climb.
What's his intellect score? Like,
No, it's joking. He's joking.
oh.
That's a very specific question.
Yeah, no, that's why he's joking. You know, he's like, you know, what I would do, I would just earn the money, pay them back, or you know, challenge them. You know, to a duel.
Challenge them.
Double,
Now,
or
this
you know,
sounds interesting.
double or nothing. You know,
Double or nothing, I like that.
or you know,
I like that a lot.
earn your money back, or well, earn the money, pay them, challenge them to an honest duel, and win.
Oh, earning the money back's gonna be impossible. Practically impossible. Hypothetically impossible.
Sure, yes, of course. Because all of this is just a hypothetical. Yes.
Of
No,
course. I
well,
mean,
you know, as I said, you
what
know,
is
climb a tree.
real anyways, right? It's all just a big illusion.
But yes, you know,
Smoke and mirror.
that is what you seem to like.
Thank you for the advice.
Yes.
I shall incorporate it into my next bit of art. I think. A grand show.
I'll go make
Double or
spears.
nothing. A challenge for the ages. Ooh, this could be good.
I go and inform Baz, just like what we were discussing up there, since like we were not gonna wait entire day. So like she's trying to tell him like, you know, we are gonna go with those dolphins, since we'll probably, if it turns out to be 5 dolphins, like you can turn into an animal or something. Just sit on, I don't know, sit on Eber's shoulder or something, or go in his bag. I don't know, whatever you want. And I mean, he technically can infinitely be in the bag because it takes a short rest to replenish that wild shape, so he can just like keep sitting in there all the time and recasting it. But that's not the point. So we're gonna go there and we're gonna try like, gonna ready like anti-poison thing. If we're gonna try to give this to one of the pirates, if it turns out to be something really dangerous, I'm just gonna cure the pirate immediately. you know, and we're gonna see like what to do with that.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You make 3 extra spears.
Great.
You guys tell me what to
Alright.
do.
At
Alright.
one point, Ibris is gonna just be like, I need a break. He's gonna go out for a walk. And then, while here, he's gonna pull out the letter and read it.
Okay, Ebrius, while you're pulling out the letter and read it, it's quite shocking because, you know, you didn't notice time fly by, but it has. And I'm going to say at this point, I'm going to make it close to dark again. Unless you guys are doing anything.
No, thank
I'm
you.
going to telepathically ask everyone